Let me hand over to Snehi for the market closing.
Well, yes, Shrishti, if you take a look at the way the markets have panned out today over the course of the week, it's been absolute mayhem coming in, deep cuts coming in the red. In fact, today itself has been the most cut that we've seen over the course of this entire week. Almost a 1% cut is something that we're seeing on the Nifty. Week to date performance for the Nifty, this is our worst performance since February of this year when we were in a real slump. So it seems like those days are coming back once again. 24,663 on the Nifty right now. Sensex also 0.8% cut is something that we've seen. You have Nifty Bank also that has dropped further than the benchmarks by a little amount. 1% cut coming in on Nifty Bank as well. Almost a bigger cut coming in on the small cap and mid cap end of the market, because you do have a 2.3% cut coming in on both the indexes, the mid cap and the small cap range of the market. So it's also the broader end of the market that is under pressure, and you can see the advanced decline ratio on the screen right here. It's not looking optimistic at all. In fact, it is very, very heavily skewed towards the declines in today's trading session. So no scope of positivity, barring a handful of Nifty stocks that have managed to close in the green. That's only 4 or 5, likes of L&T on the back of a very big auto win coming in, 2.5% uptick on L&T, ITC, Tata Motor, Eicher, Reliance. In fact, L&T is up because their metro project has been taken by the state of Telangana, so positive for, coming in for them. IndusInd Bank, M&M, Eternal, Tata Steel, Bajaj Finance, Wipro, Asian Paints, Tech Mahindra, cuts of anywhere between 2.5% and 4%. These are your top Nifty losers in today's trading session. Sectorally, if you take a look at what has happened today, all sectors have ended in the red, so no speck of positivity today. It's Nifty FMCG that has closed with the least amount of cuts, about 0.5% lower, and you have the most selling that we've seen today on IT stocks. Most pressure over there, 2.5% cut coming in on IT on the back of Accenture's weak read-through and tepid margin guidance coming in. Nifty Pharma, the second biggest sectoral loser today, a 2% cut coming over there on the back of fresh 100% new tariffs coming in from Donald Trump, although it affects only branded and patented chemicals and drugs and not generics. That is something that the Indian players are largely exporting to the US, but nonetheless, that sentiment is so negative around the entire pharma space. You have Sun Pharma, Biocon that are two of the top most losers when it comes to the entire pharma space. Other than that, you have metals, PSU banks, energy, media, bank, realty, and auto. That's the pecking order of most to least losers coming in, with Nifty FMCG being your least laggard today, because you did have ITC, some show of support coming over there. A 1.3% uptick is what we've seen on ITC as well. If you take a look at the overall broader Nifty 500, you had Wockhardt, Loris Labs from the Nifty 500 from the pharma pack that saw a big sell-off coming in between 7 and 10%. So these were some of the stocks to watch out for today. But with that, we'll wrap it up on this edition of Closing Trades for the day and for the week. On behalf of everyone that put this show together, thanks so much for tuning in.